Hi guys, it's me again, Wendy here from Wendy Wise Beauty. Today I will be reviewing for you guys 3 perfumes. 2 of them are inspirations of a Kayali perfume where I have been waiting, I think, for about 2 years to get an inspiration. It is one of my favorite perfumes from Kayali, and I have just noticed in the last month 2 Middle Eastern perfume houses launched inspirations, and also I have a new inspiration of vanilla powder. Those of you who are regulars on the channel, I think you are tired of hearing me talk about Vanilla 28. Vanilla 28 from Kayali, it's a perfume, you know. I have been wanting to pick up for a very long time, but every time I went to pick up Vanilla 28 and I made my mind up, I wanted it, it was always sold out. So I decided I would wait on an inspiration, and I don't know what it is about this one that there have not been inspirations on the market, but I did notice that Fragrance World, they came out with 5 or 6 new Kayali inspirations, you can say almost the entire line. And I also have a new one from ZIMAYA. The one that I did pick up immediately when I saw it, it is called Elysia Vanilla. The box, it is just a normal, you know, standard fragrance world outer box, but this is the bottle of Elysia Vanilla. The bottle is nice, you know, even the color of the juice, it is the same as the version from Kayali. The top, it is sort of like a petal. When I bought it, I thought it would be a harder plastic, but it is a soft rubber. To start with, I would just like to say the formula of this perfume, it wears exactly like a Kayali perfume, down to this raw sugar accord, which tends to appear in a lot of their fragrances. You can say it is almost their signature. They really nailed this in Elysia. The top notes are vanilla, orchid and jasmine. The heart, it's brown sugar, tonka bean, and the base, it's amber, amberwood, musk and patchouli. The perfume is so potent, guys. I really do not need to spray it fresh, you know, to describe this. I have been wearing it, testing it for a few days. I know I have my notes here, but this one, it is quite strong. And actually it is stronger than the Kayali perfume, and Vanilla 28, it is not a timid perfume. The vanilla, orchid and jasmine, it is not overtly present when Elysia is sprayed. What I do get is a blast of honeyed sugar, almost a bit like molasses, and when this settles, then I do get nice aromas, nice floral accords. And the jasmine, it is most pronounced. It is a sweet jasmine note, not screechy, the same as in Vanilla 28. The other prominent notes are amber and patchouli. The patchouli, it is quite an earthy patchouli. The perfume needs a bit of time to settle, guys, but when it does, it is beautiful, so close, you know, to the original. I do not have a sample here, but I have been trying Vanilla 28 for way over a year now, and this, it just does it for me. The base, it is ambery, patchouli, not any different from the original. Guys, this is a fabulous inspiration, and they really hit the nail on the head with this one. Totally full bottle worthy, great quality. It is a bit beastly, you know, it is strong, it projects. And when I spray this, I can smell it 8 hours plus later. So nothing to complain about. I am overtly happy with this one. The only little peeve, you know, I mean, it's nothing about the perfume, is that this one, it is coming out a bit late. I am very seasonal with my perfumes, and due to the density and the earthy patchouli, I see myself bathing in this in the fall and in the winter, especially the fall. This screams fall. It is still a bit cool here. It is not as warm as it was 2 weeks ago. I can still wear this for a couple of days, but I think for me, this might be a bit too dense, too busy for warm summer days. But I am totally over the moon with this one. The next one, it is also an inspiration of Vanilla 28. It is from ZIMAYA and it is called Ramsh Diva. The bottle, it is so beautiful, guys. I almost picked this one up for the bottle. I did not pick up a full bottle. I have quite a generous sample here that I bought because I did not want to end up, you know, with 2 of the identical perfumes, because a lot of the Middle Eastern inspirations, sometimes they are so close. This one, it did not say inspired by Kayali Vanilla 28 with a twist, which normally tells you it is a bit different, but I have used half of the sample, and this one, it does have a twist, and it is a good twist. I will compare all 3 perfumes and tell you guys what the differences are, but I'm just going to do first, you know, give you my take on Ramsh Diva. Ramsh Diva, when it is sprayed, it goes on very light, very airy. It does not have these dense and overtly sugary Kayali signature. This is somewhat subdued in this version of the perfume, making it a bit less gourmand. It is not as sweet as Elysia or Vanilla 28. It's vanilla, jasmine and fruity notes. In the opening, the heart, it is sugar, tonka bean and vanilla, and it's laid on a bed of amber, patchouli and musk. Yeah, it is the same notes, they are just interlaid differently. The florals are quite forward in the opening, laced with some fruity accords. This is a little bit different to Vanilla 28. Like I said, this one, when it opens, it is not as dense, so the floral notes, they do come out a bit more, making this a bit more elegant and easier to take in, you know, when it is first sprayed. I don't have to wait a little for the fragrance to open. When sprayed, it is immediately in the air. The patchouli note in Ramsh Diva, it is not as strong as in the original and Elysia Vanilla. It is also not such an earthy patchouli. The base, it is ambery musky as opposed to ambery vanilla. There is a good amount of vanilla in here, but in the base I do get a stronger musk accord than I do in the other 2 perfumes. I could say it is a little bit on the fresher side. It's not a fresh perfume, but compared to the other 2, it is an all-year scent. Ramsh Diva, it is lighter, it is not as gourmand as Elysia and also the original, making it perfect, you know, for spring. And I would also wear this in hot weather due to the fact that it is not as dense. It would not get so cloyingly sweet. In terms of potency, and longevity. It is not as much of a beast as the other two, but it holds its own. When I wear this, I would say I get about maybe 7 hours of wear in this one, which is quite good for an eau de parfum. I find this to be totally full bottle worthy. It is vanilla 28, but with a twist, but it is a good twist. So if you have vanilla 28, I don't think this would be redundant. It's a lighter version, one which is more versatile. I do like the direction in which they went with Ramsh Diva, and I will pick up a full bottle of this one. And I also love the packaging, so this one, it will come home. Smelling Elysia and Ramsh Diva, I do not feel like they are redundant. You know, I can think of it as a winter cold weather version and one for warmer weather, one which is lighter, probably easier to wear in public settings, you know, like in the office or if you are in closed environments. This one, it is quite pretty. The next one that I do have, it is Infrad Luxe. I did buy this in the winter right at the same time that I did buy Fursan White. It is inspired by vanilla powder. I love vanilla powder, especially in the dry down, so I did not mind, you know, having a different version of this perfume. Also, the bottle, it is quite pretty. I have been playing with it for quite, you know, a few months. I do not wear it as much. I have used about half of the decant, and I thought it was time to do the final review because I was thinking maybe it would change. It has not changed. This is vanilla powder with a twist. The notes are vanilla in the top, the middle it's Palo Santo, coconut caramel, and the base it is sandalwood and white musk. The most endearing aspect of this perfume, it is the opening where I do get nice whiffs of Palo Santo, beautiful combined with coconut. Had Infrared Red continued like this, or I got more of this beautiful opening, you know, as the perfume progressed, this would have been for me a winner. However, it takes on a very different direction as the perfume unfolds. It becomes very sugary sweet and the perfume gains some density. The opening, it's nice, airy, lovely Palo Santo, like I said, but then it changes. The vanilla it carries, it is more in the heart. However, it is more of a dense vanilla combined with this sugary note. What I love about vanilla powder, it is this intoxicating dry down. I get hints of florals interlaced with coconut. It is absolutely beautiful. The dry down of Infrad Luxe, it is different. The twist in here, it's the opposite of what I was expecting. The bottle is so beautiful. I was hoping I could bring this one home, but I will pass on it because it is sweeter than vanilla powder. If you are looking for vanilla powder, a bit more gourmand, a bit sweeter, then this is definitely the version for you. The perfume is not bad. It is still a beautiful perfume, but when I am in the mood for vanilla powder, I am in the mood, you know, for this addictive dry down. But it depends on what you are looking for. You know, vanilla powder, I love this dry down. However, by reading the comments, you know, a lot of people love the opening, the Palo Santo note. And if you are one of these people, then this one would definitely be one to look at, get a sample. It is quite strong and it lasts very long. I would say that this version, the potency, it is a bit more than Fursan White from Khadlaj, which is my vanilla powder at the moment. Guys, by the way, I also did get Fursan Brown, which is beautiful, and I will be doing a review of this quite soon. Also Lattafa, Khamrah, Dukan, and what's the next one? Dahab. I will also be doing a review of this. This one, it is from Absar, and it is another inspiration of Love Delight, and I have a story about this one. I want to kill myself. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you again soon on my channel. Take care. Tschüss.